Elon Musk just surprised me by tweeting this. I tested the version 12 alpha build today. It is mind-blowing. He's talking about full self-driving, and this is important because he said before that full self-driving version 12 is not going to be beta. So this could be big or it could be nothing, but when I go out with my car and I put FSD on, I am pretty happy with the progress it has made. And now let's go through all of today's Tesla stock news. Tesla accused of exaggerating range and canceling service appointments. Wow. Seems like the markets don't like this story. As a Tesla stock investor, I'm not concerned. But according to the report, insiders within Tesla claim that about 10 years ago, the range estimating software was rigged to show an exaggerated projection of how far the cars could go when they were close to fully charged. However, once the battery level dropped below 50%, the dashboard would readjust to a more realistic projection. This idea reportedly came directly from CEO Elon Musk, according to one of the employees. One issue highlighted in the report is that the range estimates displayed in the cars did not take into account external factors such as extreme weather conditions, hilly terrain, headwinds, or the use of air conditioning. Generally speaking, we all know that whatever is actually displayed is not going to be the real range, so this is no news really. But we also had a range test in Norway that actually exceeded the stated range that Tesla has. But it continues here. According to the report, Tesla also tried to cover up the issue when customers complained that their actual range did not match the estimates and tried to schedule service appointments. Employees allegedly followed a directive to inform customers that remote diagnostics had been performed and subsequently canceled the appointments. The report also claimed that Tesla established a specialized diversion team based in Las Vegas solely to handle customer complaints about the inaccurate range estimates. It is unclear whether the alleged algorithms for range estimation are still in use, but Tesla has faced criticism for similar issues in the past. Last year, the South Korean government fined Tesla $2.2 million earlier for exaggerating the range of its vehicles in cold weather. It is a bit difficult to believe that this story could make Tesla stock go down, but maybe it's what's happening. But really, to me as a long-term investor, the only range that actually matters is the EPA range. I don't think Tesla is tricking the government when they rate their vehicles. Now, whatever range Tesla displays inside their cars, that we can argue a lot about. It does impact the customer experience a little bit. For example, when I was on a road trip a few years ago and I went through a lot of mountains and it was freezing, the range that was displayed definitely was not accurate. But if I am buying a car, what I care about is what is the actual total range? Is this the best, highest range that I can actually get? And in Tesla's case, it is. You get the most range for the amount of money that you pay. Unless they say that Tesla bribed the government to show higher EPA numbers, I don't care about the story at all. But here's another thing that everyone's missing to prevent drivers from getting stranded as their predicted range started declining more quickly. Teslas were designed with a safety buffer allowing about 15 miles of additional range even after the dash readout showed an empty battery, the source said. Now here's something really interesting. There were 21 different brands tested and yet they shall not be named except Tesla. Smells really fishy, doesn't it? I read through the whole article and there's no accusation of Tesla bribing the government or anything like that. It just says that, yeah, Tesla looks at the rules and then takes advantage of the rules, just like every other automaker, by the way. And then Tesla simply takes the highest EPA range that they can possibly get using the rules that EPA provides, which is exactly what you should do if you want to run a good company, because other people will do the exact same thing. As an investor, I don't see any concern here. As a consumer, it's a little bit annoying when Tesla does not show the exact precise actual real range though. But it's not like any other company is going to be better. Gary also thinks that this is a nothing story really, and so does James. There is a huge megapack project that could potentially be given to Tesla. It would be equal to 2 gigawatt hours of storage, which if each megapack is equal to 3 megawatt hours, we would need 667 megapacks, which would equal to 26,000, almost 27,000 deliveries at 50,000 each. Megapacks will be a huge business. We have a new video showing drone footage of the Fremont factory, and it does appear that production is resumed, although slowly, so it is unlikely that Tesla was able to upgrade all of the production lines, especially if it was for the refresh Model 3. Sounds to me that they were just perhaps doing some maintenance. If it somehow turns out to be a production line upgrade, that was some impressive speed. We know that yesterday the Fed increased interest rates again, but Elon Musk says that it was a foolish decision. This is an update on daily reporting countries in Europe, which don't account for even 50%, but it's a interesting indicator to look at. Right now, though, this quarter we are behind the previous quarter. We also know that production is going to be a little bit lower this quarter, so maybe Tesla is allocating vehicles a little bit differently, and maybe there's a different strategy for this quarter, so we don't want to make any conclusions yet. Twitter just made a new update to its community notes, and if you write a lot of good community notes, you will get this badge displayed next to your profile. So if you see someone with this badge going forward, you can probably take them a little bit more seriously. Nissan is celebrating that they have now delivered 1 million EVs in total since they started producing EVs. That first Leaf was one of the ugliest vehicles out there that I have seen. I think the new one looks alright. The Volkswagen CEO said something hilarious. "Do not aim to be compared with Tesla," he says. There's more context to it, but my takeaway from that really is Tesla has won, we are giving up. Drive Tesla Canada has this story. A lawsuit was filed against Tesla alleging that autopilot was active during a fatal crash in 2020. Here's the only sentence that they need to read in this whole article, highlighted here. They have no evidence to support their claim, but aim to substantiate their suspicions during the discovery process of the legal proceedings. Ford will be reporting its earnings today. It will be really interesting to see how much money they are still losing from EVs. The last time the number was 102%. I personally really like this feature, but there could be issues with this. I saw a new ability in FSD Beta 11.4.6, maintaining speed for traffic flow. I didn't realize it at the time, but FSD set max speed to 69 instead of 60 to keep up with traffic. This is a huge improvement and greatly needed, but it does appear that the actual legal limit is 60. So even though I love this feature, this could be another story like the one with the stop signs where Tesla was forced to actually stop at every single stop sign. If you ever see a stop sign in Europe, there's usually a good reason why it's there, and you almost certainly definitely want to stop fully before going through that stop sign. But over here in America, I have seen very few yield signs. In Europe, they are everywhere. But over here, they replaced the yield signs with stop signs, so no one actually fully stops at a stop sign. No one takes stop signs seriously over here. Bloomberg earlier did a survey of Tesla owners, and now they published the survey's results, and some of them are pretty interesting. This is not their first survey, so they can compare the previous survey's results to the current one. And for example, of all topics covered in both 2019 and 2023, the sentiment about Elon Musk has dropped the most. How they show these results here, you would think this is a 0, but this is still a 3, so this is 4.4, and I think this is a 5. Also, supposedly everyone who participated in the survey is a verified Tesla owner. The survey comments were intense and many felt conflicted. Model 3 owners still overwhelmingly loved their cars and had a lot to say about Tesla's technology, which we cover extensively in this 3-part presentation of the results. Most owners plan to stick with the brand, but they also reported feeling a sense of betrayal as Musk picked political fights online. Have Elon Musk's recent public statements harmed or improved Tesla's reputation? Pretty much everyone said greatly harmed or harmed, with some people feeling neutral. The earliest adopters of the Model 3 compare their experience with previous cars they have owned. Performance is amazing, ease of use is great, design is good, reliability is also pretty good. About half of the Tesla owners who participated in this survey say that Elon Musk should stop tweeting, Elon Musk should stay out of politics, say more than half. Elon Musk's acquisition of Twitter has been a distraction from his responsibilities at Tesla. About 2/3 say, yes, that is true. To what extent do you believe that Elon Musk's recent public statements align with Tesla's mission? Most people think they don't have much to do with Tesla. Here they compare previous results to current. After owning a Tesla, I will never buy another gas-powered car. In 2019, more people actually said that statement, which is quite interesting. My opinion of Tesla is positive. Less people say it is positive now. I feel a sense of community with other Tesla owners. I don't think that matters much because the company obviously has gotten so much bigger that it's impossible to still keep a close community together. Just too many people. To what extent do Elon Musk's recent public statements reflect your values? Not at all. Very little, said most of the people. Now remember, I can't find exactly how many people participated in this survey, although in the previous survey, it was maybe about 5,000. So this could be a flawed sample. Maybe most of the people that were picked were mostly, for example, on one political side and not the other one. This next one, I think, is actually a political question, even though it doesn't seem like it at first. Do you believe that Elon Musk is a positive or a negative role model for other business leaders? And negative and positive are spread pretty much evenly here. Elon Musk is the right person to be leading Tesla right now. Only 3.5 is the score. I trust Elon Musk to make the right decisions for his companies. And then Elon Musk ownership of Twitter is a positive development. Most people say it's not a positive development. Now, in regards to these two first questions, keep in mind these are people that own Tesla vehicles, but not necessarily the people that own Tesla stock as well. And therefore, I think these questions turn out to be a little bit more political than they were initially intended to be, I think. Oh, this one hits hard. I feel like my original interest in Tesla was partly built on my trust and interest in him, Elon Musk, and now my continued interest in Tesla survives despite him. Have Elon Musk's recent public statements lowered or raised your opinion of him? Very few people said greatly improved or improved, and most people said greatly lowered or lowered. I think it would have also been great to have a question in there which would have clearly shown how many people are on which of a political spectrum, and then we would know better whether these results we can sort of trust or whether we should mostly dismiss them because it's mostly people on one political side. And then Bloomberg put this together, so Tesla owners share their own opinions about Elon, and this seems to be pretty balanced. The amount of negative feedback is pretty similar to positive feedback, so seems to be all right. And here's perhaps one of the most important parts of all of this. For the most part, owners say their disapproval of Musk won't affect their buying decisions. The Model Y sport utility vehicle is on pace to become the best-selling vehicle in the world of any time this year. Why some Tesla owners walk away? Disapproval of Elon Musk, 21%. Concerns about quality or service, about 20% also. Unhappy with Tesla's brand perception, almost 18%. Cost was too high, 13% only. Other 11%, Tesla didn't offer the style vehicle needed. 10%, well, if you already own a Tesla vehicle, that means the current style was okay. So you have to really think about when you see these answers here. Switch to a gasoline vehicle for convenience, only 7.5%. But a big story here is the people that have a negative opinion of Elon Musk, most of them still would buy another Tesla vehicle. Here you can see how many people like Elon Musk and how many people would buy a Tesla again. And then here's how many people disagree with Elon Musk and yet they would buy a Tesla again. And the Model 3 is enjoyable to drive, everyone agrees. Very clearly. And YouTube says you should watch this video next, but if you haven't finished watching this Elon Musk interview, watch this one next. My name is Matt Posius. Like and subscribe if you haven't yet, and I will see you in the next video. Thank you so much for watching.